you lads try anything, you might get me, but first I'll blast him right in the belly.
What if Hollywood's most silent cowboy wasn't just a hero on screen, but the secret king of old Hollywood itself? You saw him in 50 classic westerns, stoic, steady, the man who never missed a shot. But when Randolph Scott died, his family discovered something no one expected. The quiet cowboy had built a secret fortune, so massive, it shocked even the most seasoned estate attorneys. And the truth about how he did it? That story changes everything we thought we knew about him. Because Randolph Scott didn't just ride off into the sunset, he left behind a trail of mystery, myth, and money that would outlive the Wild West itself. Let's go back. Born in 1898 into a world of privilege, Scott wasn't the dusty drifter he so often played. His father was North Carolina's first certified public accountant. His mother descended from a family of Southern wealth. Scott was born into money, and he knew how to keep it. While other future stars were scraping by in one-room apartments, Scott grew up in a mansion, elite schools, football at Georgia Tech, engineering at UNC, until a letter from his father to Howard Hughes changed everything. In 1928, Randolph Scott arrived in Hollywood, but this wasn't a man chasing fame. This was a man with a plan, and that plan worked. By the 1950s, Scott had become the face of the American cowboy, but not the kind that shouted. Scott let his silence do the talking. In Ride Lonesome, he played a man who captured a killer, not for justice, but for vengeance. A bounty hunter using the law to settle a personal score. When he burns the tree where his wife was hanged, it wasn't just a plot twist. It was one of the most haunting finales in Western film history. In Comanche Station, his final solo Western, Scott rode alone again, still searching for a wife stolen by war, still hoping, still riding. When the credits rolled, he left the screen, forever. He ended his career with Ride the High Country, a film so misunderstood at the time, the studio president called it the worst movie I've ever seen. But overseas, the critics knew better. The film became a cult hit. Today, it's preserved in the National Film Registry. That was the last time audiences saw Randolph Scott on screen. But his story was far from over. Because off-screen, Scott was making the biggest moves of his life. While Hollywood partied and crashed, Scott invested. He bought land in San Fernando, in Palm Springs. While others chased fame, he chased foresight. And that land, it exploded in value. By the mid-1960s, his personal fortune had ballooned past $100 million. That's nearly $300 million today. He wasn't just a cowboy. He was a real estate genius. He built golf courses, founded country clubs, and while other stars were drowning in debt, Scott was quietly securing a legacy no one saw coming. His marriage? Odd. His wife lived in another city for most of it. His closest companion? Cary Grant. They shared a beach house, tanned together, golfed, traveled. Rumors followed them for decades. But Scott never explained, because Scott never explained anything. And when his health began to fail, when pneumonia and heart problems finally took their toll, he didn't make headlines. He slipped away. March 2nd, 1987. He died in his Beverly Hills home. No scandal, no spectacle, just silence. Only 25 family members attended his funeral. No limos, no Hollywood press. Just Reverend Billy Graham and a telegram from Ronald Reagan calling him one of Hollywood's finest talents. And maybe he was, but he was also more. He was a quiet mastermind, a man who walked away from stardom at his peak, a man who turned fame into fortune without anyone noticing, a man who never needed to explain himself because his life did it for him. When his will was read, jaws dropped. Properties, golf courses, hidden assets. He had left behind not just a career, but an empire. While other cowboys faded, Randolph Scott had the last ride and the last laugh.